greatest creative tool I own is this. It's a flipbook of Picasso's ball lithographs. It cost me around £5, and every time I'm stuck with anything creative, I look at it and realise that I'm stuck because I'm focusing on this, the end result, and not just doing what you're meant to do, which is create this. Just something simple and layer it up if you want. Creating this is difficult and overwhelming and kind of like having a job. Creating this is actually really fun. And there is one thing you can say with pretty much certainty about Picasso, and that is, he loved painting. Just think about that for a second. A man went into his studio and did nothing but have fun for 12 hours every day, and by doing that, he changed the world. The first rule of thinking like Picasso isn't enjoy creating, because that advice is of no use to anyone. Making anything will have stages that aren't fun. But what Picasso seemed to do is to remove the less fun parts of creation, and the first way he did that, you already know about, because it's become Picasso's most famous quote.
Picasso had a saying, he said, "Good artists copy, great artists steal."
This is Les Meninas by Velázquez. Picasso liked it, so he did his own version. And then he did another, and another. He zoomed in on one character, painted them. In total he did 44 paintings, all his own take on this one work of art. I don't think anyone thinks this is stealing, but Picasso didn't beat himself up about creating something brand new. He just loved painting. And what's more fun than painting when there's no pressure to be original or good? Rule 1 of thinking like Picasso: copy the things you love. In 1932, Picasso had his most prolific year, making over 300 major works of art. And when you look at them, one question really springs to mind. Who's the lady?
Gentle and sweet, knocks me off my feet every time I see him. Handsome.
Marie-Therese Walter, mistress, 28 years younger than Picasso, and he painted her a lot, almost continuously. It kind of runs contrary to everything you know about being creative. You think that everything you create has to be different from the last thing, but Picasso really just painted the same thing over and over. Sometimes he more or less painted the same painting a few times. Rule 2 of thinking like Picasso is paint the same thing. It takes away the pressure of the blank page, and it means over time the painting evolves and changes as you get really good at painting that thing. But the Marie-Therese Walter paintings speak to a more important rule, which is fall head over heels in love with someone you're not meant to, and love them so much that you just want to create stuff for them every day. And when this infatuation stage wears off, dump them and find a new muse. Because that's exactly what Picasso did. Picasso, by most standards, was a pretty crappy person. Out of the 7 women he had significant relationships with in his life, 2 killed themselves and 2 went mad. He met Marie-Therese Walter just in the street. Picasso was 45, Marie-Therese was 17. And interestingly, when asked about his love life, Picasso said, "It is your work in life that is the ultimate seduction." Now let's break that down. Picasso believes it's not the person you are that has value in attracting people, it's not the clothes you wear or the way you carry yourself, it is the work you do. That is what Picasso believed. And when you're a 45-year-old man dating a 17-year-old, you're probably right. She's probably not into you because you like the same music. Now in Las Vegas they pump oxygen into the casinos, and if you've ever been there you'll know that as soon as you leave the casino floor you start to feel tired and a bit depressed, and as soon as you walk back in you get this boost. Even if you don't consciously notice it, you find yourself wanting to be in the casino. Picasso basically did the same thing with his studio. In the real world, Picasso was a liar and a cheat. He was also reportedly abusive and controlling, but in his studio he was a genius. So I guess rule 3 of how to think like Picasso isn't fall in love, it's be an arsehole to the people close to you. Make your world intolerable and make the only safe space in your life the place where you create. To a normal person, 12 hours of creative work seems unbelievable, unachievable even. But when it's the only place where you have stability and value, then it starts to make a lot more sense. But hopefully you're a good person. Hopefully if this video has done anything, it's made you realise that you shouldn't want to be like Picasso at all. I'm putting together a course about storytelling on YouTube from a screenwriter's perspective. So if you like the way the story was told in this video and want to find out more, then click on the link below.